Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Cordie Williams, Health from Within Family Wellness Center, and today is your 11th health hack. So welcome. Every week we're going to be doing this. It's always going to be a different topic, and every time you see these videos, what we want to do is we want to share them. We want to like them. We want to bless other people that we know and people that we don't know with them. I mean, you can attach them to emails and send them to your Aunt Susie Q, whoever you want, right? And then they can be blessed by just really having that knowledge to make a different decision about their health holistically. So today, the concept that we're going to talk about is time. And the concept of time related to your health and how every process requires time, doesn't it? Especially if you think about your health. Think about anything that you've ever done with your health and how much time it took to get you to your goal. I mean, whether it was losing weight or getting a certain goal that you wanted to reach in the gym, right? It's not like you started being Arnold Schwarzenegger the first day you walked in the gym. And if you did, give me your phone number because I want to call you, right? It all took a process of you working towards that. And it was always, we hear everybody always say that it's really easy to put the weight on, right? Really hard to get it off. But either way, it takes a period of time for you to put that weight on. It also, conversely, will take a period of time for you to get that weight off. Okay, so I'm constantly seeing patients, and with all the patients we see in the office, okay, the massive amounts of people that we're blessed and able to help, what we often find is people want a quick fix because we're kind of a quick fix society. So when they come in and they get involved into a holistic process, sometimes they're not so good at communicating what's going on in their body and in their life, right? And so they get really worried or frustrated about where their care is going, and instead of asking questions, they internalize and they make unilateral decisions. And what I always want to encourage people to do is have transparency in your life. Because whenever you have transparency, what you do is you're able to know what your expectations are and whether they're congruent with the expectations of the person that you might be having a communication problem with, right? And so that's what I would encourage you to do. Whether you're a patient, whether you're not a patient, how am I communicating to the people around me? If you are a current patient related to the process of your health, understand that it is a process and understand with the adjustment, there are certain things that we have to do in order to take you from a phase 3, which is a rotting spine or a spine that's close to needing, surgical intervention, back to normal. It took you 20, 40 to 60 years, especially if you're a phase 3, that's the 60-year mark, of degeneration and spinal misalignments, better said subluxations, in order for you to get to a rotting state. It's basically like not brushing your teeth for a long time, right? You're going to look like Fraggle Rock, things are going to be messed up in there, right? It takes time to get those teeth back to normal. It's not like you walk into a dentist and the first day, everything's totally fixed and it's back to normal. That's going to take some, hopefully not root canals, but maybe you might have to do a root canal or a cap, some type of intervention, right? You might have to do a filling. We're definitely not doing mercury fillings, right? But we're going to do those non-toxic fillings that are out there. But either way, the point I'm making is not to talk about mercury today, but merely that there's a length of time that we have to do to really Marty McFly ourselves and get back from this disease state or this degeneration state or this state that isn't working for us back to normal, okay? Your health and your spine are the same way. When we do the curve correction technique, understand if you're bone on bone in your spine, there are certain adjustments we might do on the first visit and there's certain ones we might not do. But what are some of the things you're going to experience after an adjustment? You might feel sore, okay? You might feel a little achy. You might have certain head rushes, or you might feel lightheaded, and you might feel great. You might be like within 2 days, you might be like, oh my God, doc, that was the most amazing adjustment ever, right? And you guys give me all the credit. I'm like, no, that's your body. That's God within you. God knows how to heal you. Or if you call it the universe or whatever you believe in, right? That's the intelligence in your body running your body. That's why you feel better. But if you've been dysfunctional for most of your life, sick more than healthy for most of your life, there's a period of time that your body has to kind of go through to acclimate to those new changes. In our office, we call it retracing. as we get you back to normal, it's kind of like unpeeling an onion. Things are going to start like coming to the surface, right? You might start feeling a little funky monkey at first and weird, and you're like, what's going on? He cracked me right here. Well, I don't know how to crack anything. Crackheads do that, right? We don't have crackheads around here. We have sweet and loving people, right? And we know that the noise anyways, that's just carbon dioxide. So when somebody has a bad reaction to an adjustment, all it is, guys, it's the dysfunction in their body, bringing that kind of sensation or feeling out. Is it a bad thing? Doesn't feel real good, but I think it's a great thing. You know why? Because it means things are changing. It's part of that process. Every process requires time. By the end of this video, you'll be like, man, he said that like 20 times. Yes, because you need to hear it 20 times. So you let it integrate up here, okay? So traction's going to be the same way. In the traction process, there's 4 steps to it, right? First, we're going to do the warm-ups, then we're going to do the traction itself, then we do the strengthening exercises, then we do the ice. After a while, people start to notice different things. They're like, Doc, I feel the traction device choking me. Okay, well, you're also eating off your chest with your face. Are you supposed to do that? You're like this, right? Like a weird parrot bird, right? You're not supposed to be a weird parrot bird. So if you're a weird parrot bird and you have a traction device under your chin, doesn't it make sense as you're doing the movement that it might like encroach on your esophagus or your jaw? Yeah, but that's only temporary. And in between your repetitions, you just move it out of the wrong place back into the right place. And then we slowly start doing things to change your body. You know, I have a patient, she's in her second year of care here. Okay, because she understands how this is just a lifetime family practice, and lifetime care just makes sense, because it makes sense to lift all those weights and get 6-pack abs and then go back to eating Twinkies and bonbons, right? Doesn't really make sense, right? So this amazing patient, beautiful lady, her name's Angelique Hayes. If you see her in the office, give her a big hug. She's a cutie bear. She would love it, right? And Angelique Hayes, she used to have kind of this little spot right here, and some of you probably have it too. It's a little mound here, right? And in the first few days of her being under care here, she was sore. She was like, Doc, what did you do to me, right? She was kind of frustrated. And to see Angelique frustrated, it's kind of like a, what would I say? It's like a little mouse being like a little kitty cat, right? So frustrated for her, it's not real big, right? But she was frustrated. And she was frustrated because she was sore and experiencing all these things. And nobody had ever told her in a medical doctor's office that a process requires time. Because she had never heard that, because they just do medications, right? There's no process in a medication. It works within a couple of days, doesn't it? Most of the time, especially if you take like a pain reliever. So we know holistically though, if we're trying to go back in time and do it God's way or through our innate intelligence, that's going to be a process. That's going to be a process. So one of the things I want you to remember, some of the things I want you to remember about your care here at Health From Within, and if you're watching this video and you're not under care, these are great things to know when you come into this office, okay? That as you're going through the process, it's totally normal to be watching out, looking out, and also experiencing these things. So like after an adjustment, you want to avoid like rubbing or probing or poking in the areas where you're adjusted, because if it's going through a retracing cycle, that's going to aggravate it. You don't want to be doing like sudden twists and turns and, you know, going out of your normal ranges of motion, because your body is being changed. Those rubber bands are being influenced. You want to avoid extreme bending of your spine in any direction, or avoid stretching or reaching, right? We're not saying permanently, folks. We're saying in that first week of going through those changes. Now, if you're experiencing a lot of soreness in your first couple of weeks, what's something you can do? Ice, ice, baby, dun, 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 dun. That's going to be your best friend, right? Put a little ice on there, 2 minutes on, 1 minute off for 20 minutes, right? That's the only rap song I'll ever do, by the way. You'll never have to worry about that again. You're like, great, because I just pushed mute right when you said that, right? So, but you want to ice, 2 minutes on, 1 minute off, fresh ice packs for 20 minutes, take a 10-minute break, and then continue to do it. And if the innate intelligence isn't responding in 2 or 3 days, folks, you know, I believe in I am a principled chiropractor, and that's what I believe in, but I'm also not about somebody taking Advil, Excedrin, and all these crazy drugs and stuff, right? So if we got to give you a natural anti-inflammatory, we can point you in the right direction of what you need to be taking so you don't have to take that other garbage as you're going through the process. Make sure you're not reclining when you're in the bathtub, right? Make sure that you're aware of your posture, because after the first couple of days of getting adjusted, if you're down here like a weird parrot bird texting, you know, people text and you almost wonder what they're looking at. Is he looking at his phone or the ground, right? It's like weird. And your head is always like curved, right? It's like a reverse banana. We don't want reverse bananas. We want bananas, right? That's what we want our curve to be, okay? So I've got a whole sheet of this, all right? There's a whole nice sheet of this, all these recommendations. And those will be typed out and they'll be in the office. We'll be handing them out. They'll also be in the newsletter. Brandy doesn't know it yet, but she's going to be posting them to Facebook too, okay, for you to access. And these are all the things to watch out for in your first days of care. Now, what about if we're on subluxation support? Do you think that if we've been on a medication for a long time, it's going to take more than like 1 day or a half day for that subluxation support to be able to do positive things in our body? Absolutely. And if we're on a medication, do we know what side effects that medication is going to have on the body making changes naturally through the innate intelligence? We don't know that. So when you're getting that spine and that nervous system aligned, brain to spinal cord communication, even if you're taking subluxation support, that is a process. Emotional changes in your life, that is a process. Doc, I feel like crap. It's been 3 days. Well, how long did you feel like crap before? Oh, 10 years. Okay, so you feel like crap for 3 days because we're what? Changing your life? Yeah. Are you using drugs that kill you? No. All right, am I saying I want to take out organs that God gave you that are working? Let's just take out your brain. Things aren't working right. Take out your brain. That makes total sense. No. That's like goofy. That doesn't make any sense. We don't want to take a functioning organ out of your body just because we can't figure out why it's temporarily dysfunctioning. And actually, we can't figure it out because we know it's part of the changing process. So every process requires time. This video, this health hack would be great to watch, but there's another video that's going to tag along with this on our website. You go to the media link. Well, first you go to healthfromwithinca.com, go to the media link, and then go to Advanced Healthcare Workshops. I've got 2 on there right now, and you're going to click on posture and the nervous system. Some of that will help you with some of these things I'm talking about today. Okay? Share this, like this video. I hope it blesses you today. And we just look forward to blessing you and your family. Give our office a call and let's be on mission to save lives together and change this community together. God bless you. Have an awesome week.